step down now, get it done with, and so we can move on.
A strong message from the County Board of Supervisors unanimously passing a no confidence vote against Nathan Fletcher. His own colleagues want him to step down immediately amid a civil lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault and harassment. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I am Wale Aliyu, live at the County Administration Building. The largely symbolic 4-0 vote does not remove Fletcher from office. The board does not have that power. It calls for and can only hope to pressure District 4 Supervisor Nathan Fletcher to resign immediately. Now, Fletcher has already agreed to resign in mid-May following inpatient treatment for PTSD and alcohol abuse. Now, this is all from fallout of sexual assault and harassment accusations against Fletcher from Gracia Figueroa, a former MTS employee. Fletcher was the chair of the MTS board before resigning amid these allegations. Now, Figueroa has also brought a civil suit against Fletcher. Fletcher denies the accusations, calling the interactions with Figueroa consensual. But the Board of Supervisors made their stance clear. ABC 10 News reporter Austin Grabish joins us live. Austin, they just want to move on past this scandal.
They do, Wale, and they were united in their vote of no confidence in Nathan Fletcher this morning when they met here behind me. And this vote is coming to Nathan Fletcher, who was a rising political star in San Diego just a few weeks ago.
Good morning again. We're now going to call the April 11th San Diego County Board of Supervisors special meeting.
A rare meeting Tuesday by the San Diego County Board of Supervisors.
It is clear to me that the only way to move forward is without Supervisor Fletcher on this board.
The politicians voting unanimously that they have no confidence in one of their own, Nathan Fletcher.
We have too much work to do for more than 3.3 million residents in San Diego County to be diverted by the actions of a board member who isn't here to answer to them.
Fletcher's whereabouts are unknown. His office says he is out of state getting treatment. Treatment, Fletcher says, is for PTSD, alcohol abuse, and trauma.
Nathan Fletcher, resign immediately.
Calls for the politician to resign immediately grew louder Tuesday. The special meeting about him attended by many members of the public. Fletcher is on medical leave from the county, a leave he announced just 2 days before a lawsuit accusing him of sexual assault and harassment became public. The allegations from a former MTS employee who worked for the transit organization while Fletcher was its board chair. Fletcher maintains his innocence and says his interactions with the woman were consensual. One of the many who want Fletcher gone now and not on May 15th when his leave ends is Jim Desmond.
This May 15th date is the one that he arbitrarily came up with, and that technically he could pull it back and say, nope, I'm going to stick around. So that's the conundrum we're in right now.
The supervisor says one reason Fletcher should leave now is so that he can't vote for the county's new chief administrative officer. Desmond says the supervisors have made a job offer to a candidate, but since Fletcher was involved in the hiring process, he wants it to start all over again from scratch.
We should start over and start looking for a CEO that does not have his input or his feedback on who to hire and who not to hire, or even have his vote on that.
And the supervisors will meet on May 2nd to decide whether or not to hire that new CAO. Desmond told us he hopes Fletcher will have resigned by then. Now, once again, as for Nathan Fletcher's location, we do not know where he is. His office has said he is out of state getting treatment. We have asked for specifics, like the name of the treatment facility he is in, as well as the state. His office has declined to give us that information, saying that his response to all of this is that he is in treatment out of state and that he cannot respond to the many accusations that keep coming up as this story continues to unfold. Reporting live downtown, Austin Grabish, ABC 10 News.
Not giving a lot of comment, but we know they are watching this closely. Thank you, Austin. Now, late this afternoon, Board of Supervisors Vice Chair Tara Lawson-Remer released a statement about the no confidence vote for Fletcher. She said she will not show up to any meeting Fletcher attends and is asking other supervisors to do the same. Her office says this would be a protest to stop him from voting on county business. If 3 supervisors do not attend a meeting, a vote cannot be taken. Lawson Reamer added, quote, "Our board should not allow Mr. Fletcher's personal failures and scandals to leave the residents of District 4 without representation that does not reflect their values." All right, well, District 4 is the most ethnically diverse district in the entire county. It includes areas such as Lemon Grove, La Mesa, North Park, and University Heights. That's where we find ABC 10 News reporter Rachel Bianco with reaction from the people Fletcher represents. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Wale. As you said, we're in University Heights. This is just one of the many neighborhoods that Supervisor Fletcher represents. Tonight, reaction to the scandal ranges from disappointment to disgust. Supervisor Nathan Fletcher's biography says he's guided by the values of service and family. He was first elected to the County Board of Supervisors in 2018. He went on to become the county's first Democratic chair in more than 30 years. But he was a controversial figure long before the sexual assault and harassment allegations surfaced. Business owners like Lou Uridel blasted Fletcher during Tuesday's meeting for the way he handled the pandemic.
When Nathan Fletcher came out and said he was stepping down, and the sole reason for doing this was for the best interest of his family. See, it's really funny because when I opened my gym in May of 2020 and I did it for the best interest of my family, I got arrested for it.
A few dozen people demanded Fletcher's immediate resignation at Tuesday's board meeting, but his district is home to more than 675,000 people. Reactions to the scandal are as diverse as the neighborhoods he represents.
The allegations are pretty awful.
Still, Steve Lieber worries about a lack of representation for District 4.
If he can do his job effectively, that's a big if. I think they could probably wait a little while rather than demand it today.
Before the allegations, he was a Fletcher supporter.
I thought he was doing a great job, especially during the pandemic. So that's why I'm very disappointed. There's a lot of people that share my view that were really let down.
Others say Fletcher's resignation is better late than not at all.
No, he's saving, the taxpayers the trouble of having to recall him, so it's a good thing to do.
And if Fletcher ended up not resigning, the only way he could be removed from the board would be a recall by the residents in this district. Reporting live in University Heights, Rachel Bianco, ABC 10 News.
Rachel, thank you. So big question here is, how does the board fill Nathan Fletcher's District 4 seat once he officially resigns? According to Supervisor Jim Desmond, there are 3 ways it could go. Either a board appointment, a special election, or both. An appointment would have to be made within 30 days from Fletcher's official resignation. If no appointment is made, the board then has 90 days to authorize a special election. Supervisor Jim Desmond broke down what that could look like and how much it could cost voters.
Probably going to be a primary, because if there's more than 2 people running, nobody's going to get the over 50%. So probably. So there would be a primary and then a general election. And each election is going to cost roughly $2 million. So if we have both a primary and a general election, that's $4 million. And that probably wouldn't happen until November of this year for the general election portion of that vote.
All right, it's not going to be cheap, as he said. Now, again, Nathan Fletcher has agreed, though, to resign when he returns from treatment May 15th. Unless he resigns sooner, it will be just over a month before the board can take actions to fill his seat, keeping District 4 without a voice even longer. Now, the board will vote on its very next steps May 2nd. That does it for us out here. I'll send it back to you in the studio, Kimberly.
All right. Thank you, Wale.